Well, Jamie, your mum, Lorna, died of pancreatic cancer when you were 15.
16.
16?
Yeah.
How did that affect you growing up?
It's immeasurable, really. Like, I don't really know how to to quantify it. You know, it's it kind of feels like a bit of a blur now when I think back. It's 20 years last week, and we marked that with one of my sisters flew over from England over here, and we went out for dinner, and we were all sort of trying to trade stories about mum and, you know, reminisce in an appropriate way, and it's a nice thing to do that because it actually enables you to remember more than you think you sort of know, and we should probably do that more often rather than every 20 years or whatever. But it has a lasting impact that affects me daily in a way that I probably don't even know. Especially now having kids myself, you know, we talk about my mum a lot with them, so that her name and her spirit is sort of kept alive, you know, which I think is pretty important.
And your husband and a dad now as well. So after what happened to your mum, would you worry about your family, and, you know, do you also think about your own mortality?
I guess that's what's important about what NIPanC are trying to do. It's like trying to raise that awareness, and on a very sort of general level, bring awareness up in terms of what could be seen earlier, and how symptoms that seem like everyday illnesses, like, you know, pain in a certain part of your body or a stomach ache or whatever, and they could be something so much more alarming, and it's about raising that alarm earlier.
The survival rate is very low, 2 to 5%, and it hasn't really changed very much since your mum died.
No.
So why is this group so important? Why is NIPanC so important?
People who have been putting research into this for the last few years already, and from coming from a very personal level. And the more people involved and the more people trying to shed light and illuminate the symptoms and the effects, the better, really. And I think the common goal is to try to change those figures. I mean, every statistic for pancreatic cancer is dark, it's bleak, you know. But in any great bleakness and darkness, there's got to be hope, and there's got to be light, and we're trying to, you know, increase the hope and increase the light.